email me or text me if you need something. You
Okay.
know. I can coach you over the phone or through text, or I can even come back if I need to come back.
Okay.
Now, not tonight doesn't count. Tonight's free. But tomorrow, which is Friday, I'm such a time warp. Tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday for 3 days, Roscoe does not get to make any independent choices about anything in his life. He's just going to be with you guys all the time. It'll be a little intrusive to your life, but not as much as it sounds like. Let me kind of get to the end. It's called shadowing, and it's a very powerful bonding exercise. Everybody in the family is going to do it some. You don't have to divide it equally to the minute, but everybody do it plenty. Because anybody who doesn't do it, you're going to see the difference in how he doesn't respect them as much as you.
Really? Anybody who doesn't make him obey, he doesn't respect?
That's right.
And he won't love you as much?
He'll love you. He'll just love you like a puppy. He won't love you like a mommy, you know.
Right.
And he won't want to listen. You have to make him do more. You have to work harder.
Right.
You're the one's going to have to work hard, not him. Now, and this is how shadowing works. When you, let me have it. Roscoe, come. Come right now. No, come. He thinks he has a bright idea, doesn't he? Come right now. And now that you made me get up, you don't even get, I did not hurt you. Wicked. The smart ones.
He felt like he tattled on you, didn't he?
Yeah, he was like, hey, you don't get to touch me anymore. And I'm like, I get to do anything I want. Now, let me get back to this. Shadowing. When you take a dog, we've been talking about dominance and how it's not about words, it's about body language. When you take a dog, when a dog joins a pack, they hook up with one of the high-ranking dogs and they get shown around and they get shown how it works. And they don't get to be on their own and just wander around. So this doesn't look like anything to us. It's just like, who cares whether you hold the leash or not? It matters to the dog. The dog understands what it means. And what it means is, you belong to me. Your whole body, your whole life, it belongs to me. It's going to be fabulous. You know, I love you and I'm going to take care of you. But you're part of my pack and you belong to me. And he has to go with you on leash with somebody holding the leash. He'll be, if you're awake and you're home. Of course, this doesn't apply at night when you're asleep. It doesn't apply if you're gone. But if you're awake and he's home, he's wearing his training collar and a leash, and somebody's holding the leash.
Okay.
Now, this uber dominance of you belong to me, he has to go with you everywhere. If you get up to go to Tinkle during a commercial, then he goes to the bathroom with you, and then he comes back when you're done. If it's not a convenient time for anybody to be watching him and in charge of him at the moment, let him be in his crate.
Okay.
But he doesn't get free movement around the house.
Okay.
Now this is going to help with the potty training thing, but again, we'll tie that in a minute because there's more to the potty instructions. He's going to shadow for 3 days.
Okay.
Days 4 through about 10. So about a week after that, if you're home and you're awake, he'll wear his training collar and his leash, and his leash will just drag around on the ground.
Okay.
And that way, if you need to correct him, it's convenient, everything is connected.
Right.
And he'll also know, he already is smart enough that he's collar savvy. And when he's not wearing the collar, he's like, you can't make me, you know.
Yes.
You can't make me. So,
Yeah.
You know, you just clip the collar on or slip it on over his head when you take him out of the crate in the morning and let him drag it around. I mean, that's after the 3 days of shadowing.
Right.
At about the 1 week or 10-day mark, you're just going to feel like he doesn't really need it all the time. You know, because he's good and he knows what you want and he listens. And so go ahead and slip it off and leave it off and keep it in a drawer or something. You know, you might want it in the future if you're having a party or you're going somewhere exciting and you just really want all control. But he won't have to wear it around daily anymore.
Okay.
Now, let me say one more thing about shadowing, and then we're going to talk about the potty training.
Okay.
Shadowing is not about giving a command or having the dog heel, although sometimes you will use heel or come just to help the dog get a grip. But it's about the dog being with you, and you're just involved in whatever you need to be doing with your life, and the dog figures everything else out. And this makes him watch you, and it makes him focus on you. And by you being a little aloof to him, you can be as affectionate as you want, but you know, most of the time you're just going to be focusing on what you need to do. And by doing that, you're giving off this confidence and this presence of, I've got things to do, and your job is to just wait to see when I'm ready to play with you, and then I'll play, and then when I'm done playing, we won't play, you know.
Right.
And so he has learned how to do nothing, and you can expect him to just do nothing a lot.
Okay.
Now, but shadowing, we're watching the news, and you know, I got a Stouffer's macaroni and you know, whatever thing in the oven. I got some Stouffer's casserole in the oven, and a commercial comes on, and I need to go check it. So I just grab the leash, And I come right in here and I check my temperature and I adjust whatever I need to adjust. And I wanted that broccoli too. So I go get the broccoli out of the freezer and I go put it in the microwave and I get that started. And then I come, oh, you're going to do broccoli too, aren't you? And then I rinse my hands, because now I've touched things. And there's really not enough time to sit down, because once I sit down, I hate getting up again. So I'm just going to stand here and finish. So, did you ever see me give the dog a command or
No.
watching to see if he was with me?
No, and I would have beforehand. Before you took him, I would have had to drag him that whole way.
And he was watching me, and when I turned, he was turning with. And the only way to get a dog to do that is to be aloof about it. If you're constantly like, oh, come, oh, I'm sorry I bumped you, oh, don't be, well, the dog's just going to do all that now, because that feels like a game to him. Like, oh, let's get twisted and mommy will undo me, and in the process, I'm going to get petted a little bit by accident, and that's a fun day for me, you know. So it's all about him figuring out you. At first, you'll get a little tangled. He doesn't get tangled with me because we've been doing this every day. It's at least for a little while, not as long as you guys are going to do it. But he knows where my feet are about to go. And he knows if I do that, it doesn't necessarily mean,
Right.
And at first, he may be a little too reactive or he may get tangled under you. Just untangle and carry on.
Okay.
Because he'll get better and better and better. Now, remember what I said. If it's not a convenient time, he can just be in his crate. If you wanted to have a second smaller crate out here or even bring that crate out here so that he can always be with you even when he's not on the leash with you, those first 3 days, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
He doesn't have to be lonely. He
Right.
just doesn't get to make decisions for himself.
Right. Okay.
And especially with breeds like the Boston Terriers, they're so smart. You really have to condition them to let go of their independent thinking.
Okay.
It takes 3 days for him to start being like, oh, you guys got it under control. But I need him to see you guys getting your way and having it under control.
Right.
Even if your rules aren't the same as my rules.
Right.
Just make him do it how you want.
Right.
Good job, Roscoe.
Now,
That's
my
good.
other son is dying for Roscoe to sleep with him.
Oh.
Is that not okay
Roscoe
yet?
slept with me
Okay.
At least half the nights. Because even if he wasn't living in my house, I brought him to bed sometimes.
Yes.
And I had a big weird thing going on that while he was with me, and for about 5 of the days, I literally had a cot in the dog room, and I was sleeping. I had 3 dogs being potty trained that couldn't go through the night, and I was just convinced I wasn't going to hear them,
Right.
So him and 2 other little Yorkies, and so I just slept out there.
And
for
can you
about
make
5
it through the
nights.
night?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He can make it 8-10 hours easy.
Okay. Yeah, because he's
Crazy
so
good
much
at it
bigger.
now that he's good at it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
So
come.
can I put
Up.
I have one of those Kong crate pads.
Okay.
Can I
Yeah,
put that in
sure.
there now, or is he going to pee on it?
I would put it in there. I've had a blanket in there with him for about a week now, and he hasn't peed or pooed on the blanket.
Okay.
Except one time when it was truly my fault.
Okay, you smart.
Truly my fault.
Okay.
Left him in there too long.
And should I still section the kennel to where it's small?
Yes, do, because
Okay.
he will still go in a big kennel.
Okay.
Good. Now lay down, buddy. Lay down.
Can't fit
No.
small space though. Like,
He doesn't think
Well,
he
we'll
has
let
to.
her look at it.
There.
But we're going to go with what?
Now, we're gonna, yes, stay. He wants to go over to you guys, and I understand that,
Mm-hmm.
but we're finishing up the last minute, he has to calm down. Good. Now, potty training.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what he can do. He has not pottied in my house the
Mm-hmm.
last 3 days. He has not, or pooed, he hasn't pottied or pooed in the extended puppy room and puppy porch, which is about as big as this room, the 2 of them together. And they're half indoor, half outdoor, And at first he was just peeing and pooing everywhere.
Right.
But now nothing at all. He goes out into the yard and, he pees and poos in the grass. And good job. Now come lay down, down. No, 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 no. He really wants to go see Harrison. No. And so he's being fussy with you. You settle down and stay. Thank you. You will stay, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I'm eyeballing. He glanced at me like, is she paying attention? Yeah, I'm always paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pet him in a second, but he's still very tense.
He still wants to go.
He still wants to figure out a way to get his way, and so I'm not gonna pet him for a minute. When he gives it up, that's
Yeah.
kinda how I think of it in my mind, then I'll pet him for it.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, he's still.
And now that we've started this whole battle of the wheels, I'm not giving up till I win.
Right.
I might be here till midnight, I don't know. We're good. Just looking away from the kitchen is a good thing. Then we go
Yeah.
back to the potty training.
Okay.
He can go, so, all day, every day, all night. At night I still crate him, I just can't sleep unless the dog's in my bed or in a crate.
Right.
All day, all night.
How do I know how will he know
But yeah.
going to the door?
Now, here's how it worked. Dogs don't get to go potty unless I say so. So he doesn't know unless he goes back to his old thing, which he kind of did for you already.
Mm-hmm.
And you encourage it, and you give him treat for it, or you, make a big deal out of it so he knows you like that.
Okay.
And he'll start doing it every time.
Okay.
I'm going to say at first take him out on a leash. If you don't have a nice long retractable one, get one.
I do. I do.
Because he likes a little space, but
he does.
He will go on a retractable. And I know you want to be out there at first for the hawks and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
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 So be out there with him. And it takes him a minute or two. He's not a real fast pottier, but he's not slow anymore either. Because I'll tell you, you've got about 5 minutes, and if you're not going, you're going back in the crate.
Right.
You learn pretty quick. If I gotta go, I better go.
Right.
I'm going back in the crate.
Right.
So, just say go potty and good potty when he does potty, and he'll do it. Now, I would say this: for the first 3 days, you're going to be shadowing with him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're starting to see why I wanted to describe that first.
Mm-hmm.
So the first 3 days, it doesn't really matter the timing of anything. He's always going to be with a person on a leash, and if he needs to go, and when you guys think he might need to go to the bathroom, just give him potty breaks.
Right.
And you won't have accidents because he's not going to do it right here on the leash with you.
Right. So he will want to, slip off and hide.
Right.
He knows better than to do it right in front of me right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if there's accidents, and there might be, because even though he knows nowhere in the farm porch and nowhere in the farm puppy room and nowhere in my house can he go, that's not here. So we'll talk about what to do if he does do it somewhere.
Okay.
But the first 3 days will be easy because you're going to always have him on leash anyway.
Right.
After the first 3 days, and Harrison and Mallory, I'd like you to listen just for a minute, and then I promise I won't make you listen anymore. This is how I manage how long a dog can stay free in the house in between potty breaks. Because there does come a point where they're starting to build up the need to go again. And when you're about 30 minutes out from when you think it might be time again, he needs to be in the crate until you think it's time.
Okay.
And then he gets to go outside. This won't be long, but you're gonna have to use the anchors I used at the farm to transition him home and make him understand it's the same here.
So if we're out here playing, like right now, I would think he needs to go here in the next 30 minutes. So
I think so too.
I would put him in the crate for 30 minutes,
Yes.
have him hold it,
Yes.
and then take him
outside.
outside. Okay.
Now, that's called yellow light. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's called yellow light. We're now in the zone that he might need to go to the bathroom. And this depends on when he ate, when he drank, and when he went to the bathroom last time.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to know that because you're not going to let him just graze. You're going to feed him meals and take the food up. So if you think he needs to pee and he's not cooperating, then it's red light now. And he's got to go back in the crate if he didn't go potty. And if it's the morning and you think, he eats morning and evening. If you think he needs to poo too, but he only went potty and he didn't go poo, you have to keep track of a little bit in your head for a little while.
And I did that. I was doing that.
Good. And
I wasn't putting him in before, making him hold it.
Right.
But I was, if he didn't go, I would put him in.
Good.
I'd put him back in.
So yellow light means it's coming up to the time. We're going to go ahead and put him in the crate. Red light means he should be going to the bathroom and he hasn't gone enough or he hasn't gone at all. So now he goes right back to the crate. He doesn't get to even be with people on a leash after the first 3 days if he needs to go potty and he's not going potty. Then once he goes potty or poo or enough of whatever you think it should be, now it's green light. And he can be running around with you guys out here, pretty free, except at first he's going to be dragging the leash. But,
Right.
Do that. And how long he can be green light kind of depends also on when was the last time he ate, when was the last
Yes.
time he drank, and is it the time of day that he's about to get ready for bed anyway, so, whatever.
Yeah.
So you just kind of judge how long green light lasts, and when you think the yellow light's coming up again, you put him in the crate till time to go potty.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a green light, which is freedom. We have a yellow light, which is, let's start putting him in the crate and reducing his ability to pee in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have green light, which is when he's free.
When he's gone.
all that he's supposed to go, and he gets to be free for a while.
Okay.
And I would think unless he's had a meal and you're really just expecting him, if he's had a meal and he's gone poo and pee good,
Mm-hmm.
he can be out for 3 or 4 hours.
Okay.
But you have to control his water and his food intake.
Okay.
You know, so if he likes to eat cat's food, you're gonna have to start feeding the cat somewhere else.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
just take it up when he's out for
Yeah.
a while. Now, for about 3 days, do it like that, real strict, where you are 100% control of everywhere he is all the time. Now he's been home for 6 days or a week, because you take 3 days of shadowing and then 3 or 4 days of red light, green light, yellow light. Then I want you to just kind of start letting him be out more and more, even when you think it might be yellow light. So about day 7 or 8, you're going to start seeing, will he just go to the door and tell me he needs to go out?
Right.
Or will he go potty or poo somewhere?
Okay.
If he potties or poo, now we're going to have to say hi. So I want you to be in charge.
Okay.
You can turn off the phone, because the end of it,